What's up guys, it's Real Awesome here. Today I'm doing sort of a wish list with a bunch of cars and motorsports that I want to see in the next Forza Motorsport that you probably haven't heard of before, or that I just really want in this next game. So let's get right into it. First up, we have the Brabham BT62. You've probably heard of Brabham before. They're an old Formula 1 team and other motorsports. He was also a Formula 1 driver, Jack Brabham, but they've recently made a road/track car. There's two versions of it. The engine is a 5.4 liter naturally aspirated Ford V8. The car weighs 2,143 pounds, has a 6-speed sequential manual gearbox, makes 691 horsepower, and 2,645 pounds of downforce. This is quite an insane car, and it sounds really good. Next, the Aston Martin Valkyrie AMR Pro. Only 25 of these were ever made. It's the more advanced version of the Aston Martin Valkyrie, even more advanced than just the AMR, as you can tell by the Pro at the end. It is the same 6.5 liter naturally aspirated V12 at the end of it, but the styling is more aggressive and it makes more downforce, and we don't know the actual horsepower numbers, but it's said to go up to 250 miles per hour, and it's supposed to have more horsepower than just the regular Aston Martin Valkyrie. It makes 3.3 Gs of downforce while cornering and 3.5 Gs while braking. Now that's quite insane. Next, we have the Toyota Yaris. You've probably heard of this one before, as I'm pretty sure it was recently introduced into Gran Turismo Sport, and it's a highly wanted car. It's set to come into production on 2021, and it uses a turbocharged 1.6 liter 3-cylinder engine, making 257 horsepower. It uses an all-wheel drive system to get its power to the ground through a 6-speed manual gearbox. Next, we have the Chevy Spark. This is like your average city car, but it has appeared in other Forza Motorsports, I'm pretty sure Motorsport 4, and it was a really, really fun car. I'm talking specifically, I think that's how you say that, I'm talking specifically about the 3rd gen Spark. It weighs about 1 ton and comes with a 5-speed manual and a 1.2 inline 4 with 84 horsepower. It's tiny and it's really fun if you do some upgrades to it, and it's a really great car to drive as it was in Motorsport 4. Next, we have the Renault Espace F1. This is the Renault Espace with a Renault F1 engine inside of it, and this was during the V10 era. So it has a 3.5 liter V10 inside, making 789 horsepower, and the engine is behind the driver, making this minivan mid-engined. The top speed is 194 miles per hour, and it goes to 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 2.8 seconds. The Czinger 21C. This is the world's first 3D printed car. It makes 1,250 horsepower, and weighs only 2,600 pounds. It reaches 62 miles per hour or 100 kilometers an hour in 1.9 seconds. It's inspired by the Blackbird, which is the fastest airplane in the world. It uses a V8 twin turbocharged engine that makes 329 horsepower per liter. The current Forza Motorsport already has Formula E, but these are the old cars. Recently, the Gen 2 Formula E cars have been introduced. Some of the features that they have are faster accelerations and higher speeds, but the most important is double the energy storage of the Gen 1s, which makes 250 kilowatts of power, bringing it to 0 to 62 miles per hour in 2.8 seconds, and can reach a blistering top speed of 174, which is a huge improvement over the Gen 1 cars that we got in Motorsport 7. This is a single car for the next one, the 2020 Supra NASCAR. I'd assume we'd get this one since we get like the newest gen NASCARs almost every year. A Forza gets released, so I'd assume we'd be seeing the new Supra as a NASCAR. This next one I really, really love. It's the Volkswagen Fun Cup. There are 3 classes of these little cute Volkswagens that race around these tracks, but the best of them all, which is known as Evo 3, makes 180 horsepower out of its 2-liter engine as of 2020. They look so cute and angry, and they'd be a blast to drive in Forza Motorsport. Next, we have the Felino CB7 and the CB7R. This is Canada's first supercar with the 7-liter LS7 V8. It comes with either a manual or a sequential gearbox, depending on what you want, and it only weighs 2,579 pounds, and it makes 610 horsepower out of its best engine, and 700 horsepower out of the CB7R with 580 pounds of torque. Next, we have the Ma7da Cup cars, the new generation. Again, Forza Motorsport 7 featured a Ma7da Cup car from like 2013 or something. They were really fun. I did a league race with them once. If you want to watch those videos, top right corner. But anyways, those are now extremely outdated. So hopefully we'll get some 2021 or 2020 Ma7da Cup cars that use a 2-liter inline 4. And I bet we'd be getting those because, as you know, or if you don't know, I'm telling you now, Forza Motorsport has a contract with IMSA, which is, I guess you could call it a racing league or company. I don't know what to call it. But they run a bunch of races, and as of 2021, they own the Ma7da Cup, or the MX5 Cup. So, hopefully, Forza Motorsport actually uses that deal with IMSA to do something good and get us some Ma7da Cup cars. Next, we have Super GT. Not the YouTuber, but the cars. This is an actual race series, and the cars were featured in Forza Motorsports before, but we haven't gotten an actual class with them. I'm going to make a video soon talking about how Forza's classes should work, similar to Project Cars 2, so hopefully I'll have that out soon. So go subscribe so you know when that video is coming out. Anyways, we should get some Super GT race cars in this next Forza. Super GT does use some GT3 cars, but there's also special ones that are only in GT3. Some of the main competitors are, of course, the new Toyota Supra, the Acura/Honda NSX, and the Toyota/Subaru 86/BRZ. Plus some others that are needed in Forza Motorsport. Next, we have the Renault Clio 182 Championship cars. This looks like a really fun series to drive in, and it's ran by the 750 Motor Club in Great Britain, so if you're in there, it's really cheap, and I'd recommend doing it if you're into cars like I am. It's a one-spec race class, and they all use 2-liter inline-4 engines from a Renault Clio 128. If Forza Motorsport was able to get a deal with 750 Motor Club, we'd have a lot new, cheaper race cars that aren't as fast and as extreme, but also equally or more as fun to race in Forza Motorsport. This next motorsport is also ran by the 750 Motor Club. It's called Mazda 7, but the 7 replaces the Z in Mazda. Anyways, the cars that they use are also one make and slightly resemble a Caterham 7 or a Lotus 7. They use a 1.8-liter Mazda MX5 Mark 2.5 engine and gearbox. They're really cheap to build as they only cost about £5,000 to build if you live in Great Britain. Another great series if you have the money to join in. And they're also not very aerodynamic, which is surprising if you didn't know that about the Caterham chassis. So, slipstreaming racing it's really competitive and really good. So if you're in first, there's a great opportunity for the person behind you to overtake on the straights due to the slipstreams of these cars. And last for today, I'm going to make a part 2 by the way, is the Porsche Super Cup cars. This is a one-make GT3 racing series that uses identical 911 GT3 Cup cars. They each have about 500 brake horsepower and 347 pound-feet of torque. We already have the Porsche GT3, but I'm just saying we should have our own class of racing in the next Forza for these GT3 cars. Like I said, I am going to make a video about how Forza classes should be in the next series, similar to Project Cars 2. So, go subscribe and look for that video. That's all we have for today. If you liked the video, like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it. I'm not one to tell you what to do, but I guess I just did tell you to dislike it. But don't dislike it. I don't know. Go subscribe to my channel. We're doing pretty good right now on subscribers. We're getting about 1 every day. Let's try to bump those numbers up, though. Comment down below what weird, obscure cars that I probably haven't heard of you want to see in the next Forza, or just any car you want to see in the next Forza. Tell me what videos I should make or whatever. I might start streaming soon, so look out for that. I'm going to do some Project Cars 2, Forza, maybe Minecraft and Warzone. I don't know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Goodbye.